What's going on, guys? This is going to end up being my first video whenever YouTube allows me to download, make shorts, or go live again. It should be in the next couple of days. Uh, this is Tuesday night, so I'm thinking it's tomorrow. I might even be able to do Watachi Wednesday. Uh, anyway, people keep claiming because I talk out about women's clothing, what women have been doing, because I talk out about man buns, guys wearing skinny jeans, trying to show off their stuff just as much as the women trying to show off their stuff. Um, because I talk out about gay people and lesbians. I think I've been told gay doesn't cover it at all. Gay is only men. Are the women. And then I hear now they got some big, I don't know, I think it's ZXTUOMOTULMAXUZJU. I don't even freaking know anymore, people. You know, when I was a kid, gay was gay. When I was in high school, when I was going through kindergarten, I'm sure, all the way up through high school, I didn't know. I'm trying to think right now. Did I know anybody was gay? And I don't think I knew anybody at my high school, Greenwood High School, or even Greenwood Middle School. I know nobody in my Northeast Elementary School that I went first through fifth grade in was gay. I know that for a fact. But I'm not for sure. I could be wrong about middle school, and that would have been sixth through eighth grade. But I didn't know it. I did not know it if there was. Nobody told me or even claim. I mean, we all claimed everybody was gay back then. We took that word. Gay used to mean happy. My generation was the ones that turned gay onto homosexuals, I believe. I believe it was my generation. I don't think it happened before that because they was calling it the gay was happy shit before my generation. But I, as a, up until I was about 19, 19 years old, I think it was, I actually knew somebody who was gay. And the thing of it was, folks, when he, as far as I know, he was seriously always gay. And I'm going to show you why I know this. This guy I met, let's see, it must have been in like 1974, somewhere around that. This was back when going to the skating rink and shit, folks, was the thing to do. And in the town I lived in, Greenwood, Indiana, we had the Big Red Barn. That was the name of the skating rink, folks. And in Greenwood, Indiana, back in the 70s, 60s, and 70s, it was a cornfield, basically. So there wasn't a whole lot to do around there. And we had the Greenwood City Pool. We had the drive-in movie theater, folks. We didn't have. Let me see. Did we have? I don't. I don't remember going indoors to watch a movie. We had the movie theaters, the drive-in movie theaters. That's where we went to go watch the movies. TV shows were different. They were on TV. So, uh, where was I going with that? Oh man, shit. Hold on, let me back this up. I lost my concentration. Okay. But when I was a kid, folks, I did not know any gay people, any that I knew of. Nobody told me. But this guy, like I said, I met him he was a good friend of a girl that I started. Do you call it dating? I don't even know if you call it dating at the time. Uh, we met at the skating rink. We met at the McDonald's. After the McDonald's was right across the street from the skating rink, folks. So if you were at the skating rink, oh, you wanted to go get old Huggy and Kissy, and you go to the McDonald's and get a booth or something, or go out in the parking lot, or at that time, some of them had cars and stuff. I did some of the time, but not all the time. But a girl that I was super interested in, whatever you want to call it, googly eyed at. Uh, I finally talked her into going out with me. And we would go, us going out, folks, it was a joke. But it was basically, I picked her up. We went and had some fast food somewhere and went and cruised what we called the south side of Indianapolis. And back in the 70s, the cruising, it went from Garfield Park up to uh, not downtown Indianapolis where the circle was, but that way, close. It was Indianapolis, but it wasn't downtown. And it was a big cruising area, folks. This shit, we had all the muscle cars you could ever imagine. And a car show today was cruising that strip in the 70s. In the early 70s, folks. I graduated high school in 1981. Was when I graduated high school. So come on. You couldn't ask for a better year to live if you're into vehicles, cars, muscle cars. That was the south side of Indianapolis. That cruise was your Chevelles, Mustangs, your Roadrunners, your Cudas, your damn hell, we had Alfa Romeos and Ferraris. There was a Ferrari that came up through there, the Audis and stuff. We had those running up through there too, but most of them were American-made muscle cars. And I never owned a damn one of them. I was broke. So I didn't own the muscle car. I owned the Well, some of them were muscle cars. Mine were the cars that had like I had the my first car I bought was a 1973 Plymouth Fury 2-door coupe. It was a 2-door, and it had the 318 in it. Now that 318 would smoke the tires, just smoke it. Uh, if any of you understand, the 318 was the starting model of the block of a 318. They also made the 340 and the 360 with. That's how badass that block for the 318 was. And even with the 318 two barrel, you could outrun a stock 318 Mopar two barrel could outrun a 4 barrel 350 Chevy. A if they were both stock, a 318 would eat it every damn time. But now, if you took all that stock shit off that 350 and did some work to it, it'd eat that 318. But I'm talking stock, folks. They muffled and choked down that 350 engine back in the 60s or in the late 60s and early or no, in the 70s. They choked that damn motor down so much that a 318 two barrel could outrun a 354 barrel. I know it. I had the 318 two barrel, and I used to eat them damn Chevelles up. I ate them damn things. Them Chevelles. Now, I ain't gonna tell you I ate everybody. I did. There was some Mustangs I couldn't even. That 351 Windsor or even a Cleveland, I couldn't keep. That they would eat me. Uh, there was I can't remember the other ones, but I gave them hell, folks. Them guys flipped out because I was a Mopar guy. Hell, I rode the first time I did 150 mile an hour was in a Roadrunner 440 Magnum 6 pack. But see, guys, how easy I can change subjects and fucking keep talking. Anyway, I want to get back to what I was saying. People keep claiming that I dislike gay people. I don't dislike gay people. I dislike the fact that you want to force it on us. You have free will as much as I do. I'm not causing parades. I'm not on the news channels preaching that everybody must believe me. No. I'm on my channel right here talking to the handful of people that listen to me. I ain't forcing nobody to listen to me at any time. I don't like having your nastiness, which is an abomination to God. I don't care how you feel about it. God does not love homosexuals. Now, if you're a homosexual, you're going to have to take that up with God. There ain't nothing I can do about it. But as a follower of the Father and the Son, I am to point out evil. I'm not to coexist with evil. I don't care how good of a person you think you are. If you're gay, homosexual, lesbian, or any ATHO2AK as them in 70818, whatever that list of crap you garbage you all got going. You're not going to force me to accept you. I will accept you as far as society accepts you. I have even at times accepted you in my house, my home. But my home today is a sanctuary. You will not walk into my home today by any means. I don't let, matter of fact, my neighbors, there ain't a neighbor around me. I've lived here for 3 years straight. There ain't a neighbor around me that's been allowed in my house because my house is my sanctuary. I don't invite people into my house. And until I know who you are and exactly what you are, there's no chance you will get in my house. I do not ever allow evil into my house. And it may be a problem with some people, but it's their problem, not mine. If society wants to say it's okay to kill and abort babies, that's their problem, not mine. I ain't going to do it. I had no reason to ever do it. I never did. If society says it's okay for you to men to have sex with men and women to have sex with women and all of you to just have sex all the freaking time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that's fine. Doesn't affect me. I'm not a part of your society. There ain't no way. God already burnt 2 towns for that to the ground. And you think it's okay. The perversion since, oh, that's where I was going with this. And see, oh man, shit. I was getting back to, I didn't know any gay people when I was younger. Until a guy that that's how I got into the skating ring. I was trying to date a girl, get a girl to go out with me, and she finally did. Well, this guy I met, we'll call him Alan. I met him through the girl. I hated him. He was so metrosexual, is what they call it today. I called it pussy, sissy. I hated him. But because he was a good friend of my girlfriend, I had to let him come around. Ended up liking the guy. Not in that way, folks. Ended up liking him as a friend. He was goofy as hell. He was a goofball. And he went into the Army. Oh yeah, the Army, the military. When he came out of the Army, he told me, he finally told me he was gay. Straight up gay, always had been. That's what he told me. And he even told, he even said, man, he was it was harder for him to tell me than his own parents because he thought I was going to kick his ass. Now, once I found out he was gay, we still stayed friends. But I'm telling you what, the thing that why I didn't think he was gay before he went into the military is because this guy had some of the best looking women hanging around with him. My girlfriend was how I met him. These girls weren't just good, they were the cheerleaders and shit. And I was like, how? It took me that long to understand why these girls were so friendly with him. And I found out they knew he was gay. They would even undress in front of him, folks. It used to blow my mind. Now, this guy, after I moved down to Florida, West Palm Beach, Florida, I came up to help my mom and dad move back. They were moving to Florida, too. Run into this guy, and I'm telling him I got an apartment shit down in, I had a 2 or 3 bedroom apartment down in West Palm Beach and shit. And he said, hey, mind if I ride down with you? Check it out, shit. And then he'd fly back or whatever. Bus back, I don't care. I said, hell no, go ahead. You help me pack up my mom and dad's house and shit. Hell, I'll take you down there and you can stay at my apartment. Well, him and another guy came down. They ended up moving in. I even got him on at Florida Power and Light. Now, after we got away from each other, he was living in another place, and he had they were sisters, 2 girls, beautiful girls, man. Oh, they were beautiful. And they were bartenders down there in Florida, young, probably in their 20s. Hell, I was probably 19, but they were in their 20s. I think he had 3 years on me, this guy. He's living with these girls. And he invited me over. I used to go over to his apartment. And I'd come in, and I'd stop by and I'd buy a Hustler and a Playboy and all these damn magazines before I'd walk into his apartment. And as soon as he opened up his door and I'd walk into that apartment, I'd walk over to this table and throw a magazine over there and I'd throw another one over there, go into his kitchen, throw one in there, go in and throw them out throughout his apartment. He's going, what the hell are you doing? I said, I'm trying to ward off the evil spirit. These 2 girls that he was living with, his sister, good looking, they told him one night, look, they asked him flat out, have you ever been with a woman? He said no. He was in his 30s by now. He said no, never been with a woman, only guys. These 2 girls told him, sisters told him, well, tonight they broke out some wine. We're going to allow you to be with a woman. Scared this guy to death, and he left and never went. Or he left that room and didn't go back into. They were both going to have sex with him to try to show him what it's like to have sex with a woman, because he had never had sex with a woman. Scared him to death. They're sitting there telling me this story about how they offered themselves to him. And I told them I was queer as a $3 bill. They didn't believe me. But I'm telling you what, folks, that it's not that I dislike the people. I love you guys. You guys got to understand this. I love you guys, seriously. Just because you're doing something wrong, I doesn't mean I got to be nice about it. If my own son was doing something that I thought I needed to be rude about it, I would be rude about it. If my own daughter, my wife, if you think what I'm saying or doing towards you is rude or I hate you, you're wrong. If I didn't love you, I wouldn't even care. I'd say, do as you wilt. Do you not understand that? That guy that I've been talking about, he died about 10, maybe 12 years ago of AIDS. Wonder what the chances are that he found Jesus' path and is now sitting in heaven. I don't think they're that good. But he was a good guy. He was funny. He had his sins just as we all have ours. And we all have the same chance that before we die, that we repent, ask God for forgiveness, be reborn by being baptized, and be anointed with the Holy Spirit so that Jesus will recognize us when he's separating the sheep, when he's separating his flock from the goats. You know what I mean? The goats, don't you? Greatest of all times. Do you hear so many people being called the goats today? A goat. Even Trump. Jesus will separate the goats from the sheep. For sure. People, God loves you, and so do I. That's why I do these things. I hope you believe me. Till next time, we'll see you then.